Following Designer, Episode 2. Today, we are going to make some black roses. Black roses can be used for your haunted house, your funeral scene if you're doing one, or just to pull a couple pranks on your friends. To make a black rose, you need the essentials to make it. 1, you need a coat hanger. Next, you need some painter's tape, doesn't matter what color, a can of black spray paint, you need a Sharpie, foam any color, don't care what color it is, a pair of scissors, make sure that they have the point, make sure they're like these, hot glue sticks, and a hot glue gun. This one's already being put together. This one's already being heated up right now, so I can do it. So now, to start the roses, we're going to start with the stem. Not the stem, but the leaves that are under the roses, which is around here. To start these, you're going to get a piece of your craft foam. You can go to Walmart to get these craft foam pieces. You get 50 for $5. To start it, you're going to take one piece of your craft foam and cut in half. Then you're going to take the second piece of craft foam that is cut in half, and you're going to cut this like that. This will simulate, this will be your craft, this will be your rose petals and your leaf that's under the rose. Cut this one in half too. Now, to start this off, start the rose, the first part we're going to do is draw a star. With your Sharpie. Here is the star. Now, you want to cut the lines on the Sharpie lines. It does not matter if the Sharpie's showing, because it's all going to be spray painted black at the end. star side. Let's see. Should. Okay, so now we can put the star aside. Okay. Hot glue gun's getting ready to be used. Okay, now we got the star done. We can now start making our petals. And to do that, you want to take one of your cut sheets of foam and you kind of make like a heart shape, but don't cut. Instead of going inwards to make the peak in there, you don't want to do that. Okay. You want to get one of these shapes. Now, to do the shape, you want to come, say, middle ways of the petal. Make a snip. Make another snip. Then pull the little point out. Okay? So now we can start doing this. Now, take your hot glue gun and you wanna take your hot glue gun and you wanna glue right here on the point, on the side. Okay. Make a gentle stream for the glue gun, of hot glue, so it shows like that. Now, take this way and firmly press them together. Hold it down for a few seconds so the hot glue adheres to the sides. Now, since it's hot glued in, you want to make a shape like this. Kind of like a clamshell in a way. Now, you want to keep on doing. Now, since that's done, you want to hot glue the petal to the star. Take a dab of hot glue and you do that. Firmly press it. Sometimes hot glue will come over and burn your fingers. It sucks, but it's not that bad of a burn. Parents should do the hot glue, because kids can be slowly mature. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Now that I changed the battery to the camera, it's time to make some more petals. First, you hot glue the petal. You can start this since the hot glue is solidified and attached to the foam. It will not go anywhere. Yes, these flowers are fragile. They rip apart very easily. So you gotta be very careful. That's why when I get ready to light it in a little bit, I have to be careful. Because I can start a fire. During the break, I put a dot in the bottom, so when we take a screw, it will drill a hole in there, and we can attach the stem. So anyway, let's start this. Okay, you want to make another shape like you did the first one. Like that. Make another slit like it was. Now my singing requires 15 flowers. And I've already made 8 of them. Keep repeating the same step. Okay. Now, you want to glue here. You want to go in and glue to that portion. And just carefully glue it in place. That's fixed. The camera's readjusted. Glue another. Make another. If you get some excess glue that comes out of the glue gun, you can just wipe it on the petal. So now we can do that. And hot glue on there. Give it a few seconds to cool. So while it's cooling, you can do this. You can get another sheet of craft foam and cut some more. Cut it in half. Cut it 4 ways again. Two. Yeah, I know it's not Halloween time, but I was reading a countdown on it, on the countdown to Halloween. We had like 80-something days before Halloween came around. So if you need to make stuff, it's best you make it months in advance. Okay. Glue the next petal that I have in my hand. Glue it down. Another cool thing you can do with these flowers is you can also make them for Valentine's Day. Now you just want to start making them smaller. Okay. And one more petal. And then we can get out there and make the stem. If you got a little access points, you can clip them off, but be careful. because these flowers cost around, to buy a bunch of them, to buy a bunch of flowers you need, you're going to be spending $5 a flower, which you can make these for nothing. Now, since the flower petals are done, we can now make the petal that's in the middle. We can now make this right here. That's that pointed petal that goes up top. To make that, we want to cut a like a smiley face. First, coming right here where my finger is, go down. Make a small bead of hot glue. Press firmly. Now we can go in and firmly press with another bead of glue. And firmly press that down until it solidifies and cools. Now you're going to have a small point like that. Just neatly hot glue and neatly tuck it in. And that will out. Okay, neatly tuck that in. Now, you want to take this and hot glue it in the middle of the petals. This will give it a hot glue right here. Hold it firmly for a couple minutes. For a few seconds, hold it down. Okay, there's the flower head done. While that's solidifying, we're going to cut that. We're going to cut us a leaf. So just draw a leaf shape. Draw a leaf shape. And just easily cut the lines. Like I said, it doesn't really matter if you have Sharpie on there. It doesn't matter because we'll be turning it. Turn it same color. Now, time to go outside. Time to go outside and make the stem. See you in a few minutes. I'm going to work out first. Okay. So now we're going to make the stems to this flower. To start that off, you're going to need a pair of pliers that is able to cut through a coat hanger. And then, you know those old coat hangers that you would get that were all metal? If you don't have these, you can always go to a Goodwill or ask your parents if they have any, or you can go to a scrap metal place, I believe, and go get some. But you're going to need one of these. Now, I made a couple of flowers that I already have that are fully completed. I use a coat hanger. To do the coat hanger, you're gonna meet right here where my fingers are at. Insert this thing, and you're gonna keep pressing. This is the wrong set of pliers. Anyway, I found their pair of pliers. Hold it down and click. Now, sorry about that, my neighbor. You want to hold down here. Yes, hold down here. And clip. Yes, the coat hanger will fall. And then you can throw the coat hanger away. So now you got your stem. Okay. So now we got the stem, which is a coat hanger. Now, we're going to need some painter's tape. Okay? Okay, let me get the painter's tape. Painter's tape is here. Yes, this is my garage. Zoom this in. When we do this, take a large strip of painter's tape. Like so. Now, right here, you don't want to put painter's tape here. You want to put it at least starting right here. And you want to start wrapping the painter's tape around the flower. When you get done wrapping it, getting it all set up, you want to come outside. I'll have to come outside and I'll have to show you the next step. But first you want to have a coat hanger that looks like this. And the rest of this, just throw it away for scrap. You don't need it. Okay, so now we can paint the stem. Take your stem, put it down. You're gonna need black spray paint. It can be crayon or any other black spray paint. Just make sure you get the one that says no runs or no drips or airs. And you have to make sure it dries in 12 minutes. Take your spray paint. Spray. It's all sprayed up. And you want to spray. I know my neighbor's mowing the lawn. And you want to spray the other side. Wait for a while. Wait a little bit to dry. It says it will dry in a couple of minutes. So, 1 minute, so approximate time. Certain, I'm going to just let it spray for you. I'm going to let it dry for 30. Just to make sure. See you later. See you soon. Okay. It's been over 12 minutes. And now it's time to spray the other side. Spray the back. You just want to spray the back and wait another 12 minutes. Okay. Now, just put that black paint there. Then Then I am gonna come up here. Hold on 1 minute. Now, since the stem's done, we can paint the flower too. This will give enough time to settle. They'll be ready to paint the... Okay. Now, just wait for the whole thing to settle. And that's all you do right now. Okay, so now that the flour has been dried, has been done drying on the paint, we can now start assembling the flour. Okay, to assemble this flour, you're going to need the head. Yes, I know that's still pink. That's okay. You need your stem. That leaf you cut out. A screw. It has to be one that will go around. And your hot glue gun. So to start it off, take your screw and your flour head. Where that dot you put earlier, start screwing it in. Okay? Now, take your stem, the one without the tape side, insert it into the flour stem, and that gives you your rose. Now, we're going to take the hot glue gun, and we're going to hot glue the stem to the glue gun. And now we take the stem, and we place it right on the hot glue. Let it solidify for a bit. And we'll paint it. We'll paint it, and then before we paint it, I'll light it. I'll light the stem. So put it back and wait for solidification for a while. Okay. Just a little bit so it can solidify. We can now take the star and bring the branches down. Take a lighter, bring it right here at the end. And you want, hold on 1 minute, I gotta get a better lighter. Now parents, this is very tedious. Don't let your kids do this. It's very dangerous. You don't want the flour to light, or you don't set on fire, and you don't want your kids to get burned. So parents, always do this. Safety first. Because these projects are fun to make, but you know what's not fun? The trip to the hospital. Okay, it will smoke a little bit. Wait for it to cure. Give it a few minutes. And always have ventilation out. You don't know when. You don't know. You want to have ventilation so all the fumes from the craft foam goes out. Always have supervision. And also have ventilation. Because you know what's more scary on Halloween? You know what's more scary? bringing all these fumes that this flower will make out the craft foam, and it could kill you. So that's why I prefer to have ventilation out. It will always be a lot better. Okay. So now it's time to do the final step to the flower, and that is paint it. All the pink that you see on the flower right now, all the pink is going to be gone. And then this Halloween picture, this project is done. You can make as many as you want. You can have, trust me, when it comes to doing this stuff, it's all tested first. So give me a few minutes to get the paint out, and I'll see you outside. Okay, now the final part of the decoration. Time to paint. This is why I said it doesn't matter what color foam you have. You won't see it at the end. So, and you just touch that up for a bit, and there you got a perfect flower. You got a flower for Halloween. It may have took a few hours, but it turned out well. I'm happy with the result, and you should too. Now, I know Halloween's not for a couple months, but this is the perfect way to make your flowers if you need a couple for your funeral scene or anything you need. So I'll see you later, and pretty soon on my next show I'll be making is some things called Halloween Candarias. I think that's how you pronounce it. So, see you later. Goodbye.